video is still there. Okay.
Oh my God, I can't.
So you don't have to end the stream, huh? You could just like continue it on and just save it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This is so
because we are saving on Zoom.
Yeah, no, I save it through the OBS, so it's a stream and recording. So it's doing both. It's doing both. They're gonna be like, y'all.
I just got a message that I'm a moderator for this channel, so I can delete the messages.
Okay.
Now I feel
Here we go.
amazing.
Okay.
Third time is a charm, ladies. Yes. Anybody who has been on here, who has seen
it just
us,
is a chaos. I think me and Tef is equal to chaos.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there's another one. Okay.
Hi guys.
Okay, it's working now.
Yeah, we're gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get in.
Okay.
Shay J, yes, you're right. Third time is a charm. Anybody who has been on these live streams know they never go as planned.
They never go as
Over
planned.
excitement of any electron can make it move or make it move to different positions, and we are overly excited.
Or just operator error on my part. So my bad.
Okay, taking a screenshot.
I made such a good example for this, and it's just like operational error. My bad.
Roseanne, they said, hey, Roseanne from the Army Mag team. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, hey, Shay J. The Shay J. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. What is going on? Hello from Army Mag. Hi, Army Mag.
So we're going to give everybody a couple more minutes. Just to,
Have you shared the link for this on the YouTube? On the Twitter?
I did.
Of this one? The recent one?
They can just log on to any of them.
Okay.
Right to the page. I saved the link to the page. So, hey, for people who are coming on, if you're not familiar with AHC, we are part of the Army Help Center, Kanika and I. We are both mains and speakers, and I am also the HR manager of AHC. And today, we are super excited because we have one of Army's favorite YouTubers. I don't know if you know you have that title, Roseanne, but you do. You do.
I was about to say
You do. You have that title unbeknownst to you, but you have helped so many armies, baby armies, anybody that's new coming into the fandom. I can tell you, I watched your videos when I first got into it, and I was like, this is what it's all about.
This is what
I've always said this, but I have not met a single army who hasn't watched at least one of your videos. So that's a statement in itself. I wouldn't even say it's a compliment, but that's a statement in itself. But we are really excited for you to be here, and we are really excited to see where this live takes us today, because we never know what will happen.
Oh yes, no, for sure. Okay. I'm excited to. This is actually, I'm not usually going live, and that's the odd thing, because people would think that I'm really comfortable because I do podcasts, but I'm still a mess. So thank you for having me here. And the way I'm losing my voice is nervous, so
we're gonna chalk it up to
be nervous around us.
Yeah.
You don't have to be nervous around us. We are the biggest messes around.
Yes, as you just witnessed. Completely non-professional.
We will make sure that you don't feel that you are nervous, because our nervousness is on another level. I just made a new word. What is nervousness?
Nervousness is a word now. So yes. I've tweeted out the link. So,
and just a disclaimer to all of those watching, we will be discussing mental health topics, but also BTS and just how we love them and how they've helped us. So if there are things that are mentioned that could be triggers for you, just, please be mindful of that. Make sure you take deep breaths, you're breathing. Hopefully, even if this may be a trigger for you, we can help you get through that in some way, shape, or form. Also, another disclaimer, I am a sailor by nature. So if some spicy sense enhancers pop out, which is what I call them, my bad, but not really my bad. Sorry.
one last thing that I would like to add is if you get triggered really bad after this live stream, or if there is something that you want to discuss regarding yourself, like if you want to talk to us because you're not feeling well, or you're not just feeling the best at the right moment, please you can reach out to us at any of the Army Help Center accounts, and we'd be glad to help you out.
Perfect.
So we ready?
Yes, I think we're ready.
Yes, and we will be also answering, just FYI, guys, I will try to do my best to read the comments and provide the questions that you ask for either Army Help Center or Roseanne, which I know a majority of them are probably going to be for her. I'm not going to be upset, but but I will do my best to read your comments and make sure that we can ask Roseanne whatever questions you guys may have. So with that being said, please make sure to interact if you want. It's not a requirement. The more interaction, the better. But if you want to sit and chill, that's cool too. So
awesome.
Let's get started.
Yes.
Kanika, you want to ask the first question?
Well, the first question is, I guess it's always weird because we always mess up the first question.
Is that a signature thing?
What was the first question? It's usually her, so she has taken me a little bit off the track. But Roseanne, would you please like to introduce yourself to our channel?
Oh yes. Well, my name is Roseanne, aka Xceleste. It's interesting because some people think my name is Celeste, but it's Roseanne. Hi. I am an Army who loves making content on YouTube, and I enjoy a lot of, I love theories and also videos that I hope helps other Armies kind of explain to their friends or their family, like why they love BTS or why they respect BTS in that way and what they've done. So that's what I enjoy doing, other than reactions as well. I love doing reactions because I feel like it's a way to connect with other Armies as well. It's just like, I'm like every other fan. It's just like recording myself, basically. But
that's true.
Okay, good. Like I said, I love you. I am sure there is not a single Army watching or not watching who has not seen your videos in any capacity. They are always well edited. Your sources are always just reliable sources and stuff. And it's just awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I also want to tell this thing. Not a lot of people know this, and I don't think so even Tef knows this. But the way I came to know about AHC was through one of your videos, which was Who Are Armies?
Oh, what? Yes. Oh, I actually did not know that.
So that is how I came to know about AHC. And then I was like, wait a second. Let me just go to the account, and I filled a form for joining AHC, and I'm here. So one of the reasons I am interviewing you today is you yourself.
Oh wow! Oh girl, that's mind blowing. That's like,
honestly, I did not know that.
I did not know that. What?
I did watch that video about BTS Army.
It was around the time, I guess, I was Army for a long time by then, but I was just watching some random videos because I was in my master's, was absolutely done with master's. So that video kind of popped up, and I was like, let's just watch what people have to say, what Army is. And well, by the end, you were showing how Army have made these organizations and different organizations, and I guess that's how I found it. So,
wow. That's so crazy to me.
I'm not going to front. The first time I saw that part, I've been a part of AHC since its inception. So for the past 5 years, I have been a part of it. And when I saw that, I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting here like, did she really? Are we really on Xceleste? Yo, Xceleste did a video.
Oh my god. She's
like that.
No,
That was me. That was me.
And I know that I could have told both of you way before this live stream about this fact, but I just wanted to tell you on the live stream because I knew that it's gonna be so.
That is
it is a shocker for anyone and everyone. So I was like, it's going to be such a good shock to everyone that this is the way I found AHC, and AHC has been such a big part of me being an army now. It's almost 2 years now. So I'm thankful to you, Roseanne, for bringing me to such a beautiful place where I have found my other mother.
Oh my god, like even that's like, it's still mind-blowing to me because like I said, it's obviously I make videos for a reason, but to actually like meet people where it has done something for them, like I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say, but I'm just like thankful that it has, that it actually has done something. And I appreciate you guys watching my videos. And till now, I'm like, I think it's that feeling of, and I'm sure BTS also feels this way. They always talk about it. Their impact is like way bigger and huge, but until now, they still see themselves as like, I'm just me. I'm just a human. So yeah.
And I just wanted to get this out so people know that, yes, that everything is so connected and you can never realize how things work and how you
I am mind blown. I am legit mind blown, for real. Like, I've been working with Tanika for like a year. And I had no idea.
I can see some things, but there is a reason when we first initially talk on Zoom that I had that reaction of fangirling real bad because I was like, no way this is happening right now.
Everything.
But moving on, I guess Tef would like to ask those questions.
Okay, so just and I don't know if you've ever made a video or have ever discussed this topic, but when I got into BTS, my son is the one that got me into BTS.
Wow.
So I have been a fan since 2017. And I went through the rabbit hole as we all do, right? Watching all these videos, I'm like, what is going on? Wait, ain't that from the last video? And I can remember, I want to say New Year's Eve, 2018 or 19, I was sitting here in my living room, chilling, and I watched your theory video for the first time about how the videos and everything was connected, because I had never, I love music. I love all kinds of music. I listen to music all the time in my life, but I had never met an artist that had connected videos, right? A whole ass storyline. Okay. just a whole ass storyline. And I didn't know what was happening. And I just happened to click on your video, and you, baby, when I tell you, you broke that thing down, I was sitting in my living room like,
girl, it's an hour long too.
And I didn't care. I didn't care. I was just like,
oh my God, that's so funny.
This is all connected. So my question is, like, what made you want to piece together the theories? What drove you to do that? Or is just theories your thing in general? Or was it something about BTS's videos and their music that made you want to collectively figure out what was happening and then put together these videos?
That's really interesting, because I feel like I've thought about it before as to like, why did I start doing this? But honestly, I feel like it's a whole mixture of this needs to be put out there, because people have been talking about it. Armies have been having their little theories and stuff like that. But I noticed that especially with a lot of new fans that are coming in, I knew that things would be overwhelming, because these are theories and storylines that have been ongoing at that moment for years now. And it's from different places and different sources. And I said, you know what? Since I'm a content creator and I'm just kind of like home all day, and I have the time to put everything together and help people see it visually, but also appreciate beats. So it's a mixture of like helping armies just understand it better, because it's, it's just crazy. Along with I have the time, but also showing people like, look, BTS has this crazy story. Not like it's kind of like, I know other groups have had stories, but it was never anything that deep or detailed as BTS. And so I'm like, I have to put this out there. So it was a mixture of helping armies understand and just showing people, look, this is what BTS got going on right now, so
it is so dope, and I recommend it to anybody who is a new army. One of our volunteers, actually, she was like, I don't even know where to start. I'm like, you got to watch Xceleste videos. It gives you the whole 9. It goes over all the videos. Like, you start there.
Oh my god,
start there.
I just said that I have not met a single army. Like, I'm not saying that that's the case, but I personally haven't met a single army. If I say, because I was super hyped up about this, so I couldn't tell people that we are calling you up here, but I wanted to know what would be their reactions. So I used to be like, oh, do you know Xceleste? And they'll be like, oh yeah, that YouTuber, she's so good. She has made so many views. And I'm like, yeah, that one. She is also my favorite. Because now, for a reason, I know when I told them that, well, I have the live stream with her tomorrow, I was like, I have live stream. I'm going to talk to her. So everyone's reaction went like, you're kidding. That's not going to happen. You're just making jokes and everything. But it's so funny. Moving on. With BTS, it has bring us a huge. I always say BTS has brought armies such a great happiness that people don't usually understand.
Yeah,
and that brings me to my question. That is, throughout this journey of being an army, we all have faced those comments like, oh, they are a Korean boy group. Why are you listening to them? You don't even understand the language. You don't even know them. They are just some boys with makeup on. There's just so many comments.
Oh, yeah.
Which varies from region to region, place to place. But we always listen to those kind of comments. What I want to know from you is, throughout your journey, what kind of comments you had to listen and what was your reply to that?
Honestly, one of my videos was actually inspired by someone asking me back in 2017, my first trip to Korea. I had someone ask me, why is BTS popular? Like, they didn't understand why. And when that question was asked, it's like, as an army, we know why, but to put it in words, it's kind of like we would sit there for an hour explaining to them with our words jumbled up. It's not like we have a whole script as to, like, when someone comes up to us and like, why is BTS popular? We have a whole script ready. So one of my videos was inspired by that person who asked, because because it's kind of like or there's a video. It's like, why is BTS popular? It's an old video. I don't even know if I removed or something. But
I can tell you the title of that video. That is, who is BTS? The introduction.
Yes. Because it's kind of like, I'm sure a lot of armies get the same questions too. Like, why are they popular? And that's one of my big reasons to making a bunch of these kind of videos. Like, who is army? Who's BTS? The achievements, the hardships. Because I feel like visually, it's better for people to see it visually. And I'm not the best editor, because there's so many like amazing army editors out there, but it's kind of like I use the resources that I knew of. So it's kind of simple editing. I don't know, but I just wanted to put it all together just so people could see it visually. But the questions were like, why is BTS popular? Like, why do you care about these guys that don't even know you? That was like, even at before a BTS concert, I was with my friend John, and when you first look at him, he doesn't look like a fan of BTS. He is a fan of sports as well, but he was there for a BTS concert. He was wearing like a BTS shirt, and we went to like a little like bar close to the venue just before the concert was starting, just so we were just chilling around the vicinity. And the guy is like, even asked him like, why are you dressed up for? It's like, oh, I'm about to watch my boys across the street. Do you know BTS? And then they were like, oh, why are you, going to watch, boys dance and stuff like that? And then we were at the sports bar club, and my friend was like, oh, you guys are all dressed up to watch Min on the screenplay right now. And, we're basically doing the same thing. It's just different different boys. So it's kind of like that. Also, that interaction also inspired me to make the whole like boy band fans versus sports fans. So,
yeah. And I can tell you, as a sports fan, because I am a huge Chicago Bears fan. I grew up in Chicago. I watch their games. If I can't watch, I'm watching the looking for the scores. This season is absolute trash. I just want to put it out there, but I still love my guys.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
But when I saw that, I was like, that is so true. You know what I mean? And then, of course, for me as a woman, being a fan of sports, I get looked at kind of crazy because I have the jerseys. I have the hat. I got hoodies. I got shoes that's got Chicago Bears logos on them. Like, yeah, but then people see my husband and they think that it's him and I'm there for decorative purposes.
Oh, girl.
And I have to tell them, you got it all the way twisted. He's here for decorative purposes. I'm here to see if my guys whoop your guys' ass. And if we don't, I'm still going to talk crap all the way into the parking lot. You know what I mean? So I felt that on both sides, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's that video is
as a sports person myself, I always I used to play. So I'm like, I don't understand because I've seen people get, if you're kind of like one of the favorite players of theirs, they'll go crazy. And I'm not kidding you, they'll go so crazy because they start I'm a tennis player, right? So what happens is they start shouting at you while you're playing tennis, and it makes you lose your attention sometimes. But I'm saying that if that is okay to do it, why are we like?
Yeah, why is it not okay for fans of boy bands to not do it? Girl, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
That was just such a wonderful video.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna just touch on something a little serious. My bad.
No,
but we got this is what Army Help Center does.
Yes,
we reel you in with wonderful comfort, and then we bam. No,
I know.
We don't, but we do. We don't.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go with the question.
Serious one. You want to do it or you want?
Yeah, it's always me. Let's be honest. I'm the serious one here.
Today.
But the question that I wanted to ask is that how would you say your mental health was before and after you joined the army thingy, like you joined the whole fandom, you listened to BTS, you just became a part of BTS because that's what we are right now.
Yes.
And how are you feeling right now?
Ooh, all right. So so I became an army back in 2014, thanks to my sister who introduced me to them. She's been an OG fan. She was literally watching them before pre-debut because they were posting all their pre-debut content on YouTube. And I know she's been trying to show me stuff, you know what I mean? And I finally watched the video and I'm like, oh, okay, they're really good at dancing. That was the first thing in my head. And at that moment, at that time in 2014, that was when things was actually kind of going downhill for me mentally. And I swear it's true when people say you don't find BTS finds you. And every time I've asked people when they most people that I've talked to when did you become a fan, it's usually at that time there's something that happens and it's BTS finds them. So that was literally I swear I don't know what I would have been doing, to be honest, if BTS wasn't there with their content to comfort me, because they were my source of laughter. And sometimes I feel guilty saying that they are my source of happiness, because I'm sure the boys are really happy that we love their content. They make us happy, but I'm sure they also wanted us to find our source of happiness. But I don't even know how I would have gotten through without them. And my mental state at that time was actually really bad. It started to decline at a exponentially fast pace. I was living in Alaska that time. And I didn't start making YouTube videos until maybe like K-pop. I know I started with like K-pop reactions back in 2015, 2016. BTS kind of pushed me to create content. Because at that time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I knew is that I loved editing because I've been editing since 2007, 2008. And they've actually inspired me to start creating my own content because I wanted to be a content creator. And seeing them kind of like push, this was 2015, they were actually starting, oh gosh, like I need you. So it's kind of like, I don't know why, I feel like I was growing somewhat with them. I'm like seeing how persistent they were, how funny they were, like they got me through my days. So they basically helped me with the healing process. And so now, and I'm going to be very, very honest, now I swear I have not been the same since June. And like, I think it's just kind of like being honest with myself. And I feel like other armies too were commenting like they don't feel the same since June. I'm like, I know, isn't it? It's kind of messed up because it's like when that announcement came out, obviously we understood it. Like we knew it was coming too, but we understood it. And it's kind of like, how is our happiness linked? Oh, I don't know. My friends told me too, like they understand because my whole life I feel like is BTS basically at this point. It is BTS and being an army, and the boys obviously it's not like they're going anywhere. But I think it's kind of like June made me realize like wow, time flew by. I think that was my first thing is wow, time flew by, and then they made me realize also I'm not afraid of change. But I guess I was afraid of change when it came to BTS. Like they made me realize I'm like, I'm really good at adapting to things, but oh shoot, that really threw me off. And I mean, I'm gonna be really open and raw about this because I don't usually cry. Okay. But oh girl, that got me. Literally, I found myself crying in the shower.
For me to cry, guys. So I promise you, there will be one person who is not crying.
Yeah. It took me time, but like I was trying to understand my feelings after that announcement, and then like I started like, girl, what's going on? So I haven't been the same since then. But also, they kind of also made me realize, you know what? Like this is a good time to also work on myself while also like supporting the boys. I mean, obviously there's other things that have been going on as well that's kind of contributing to my mental health slowly declining again. But it's different from 7 years ago when my depression was based off of like I wasn't happy with what I was doing. Right now, I am super thankful, super happy for the things that I'm doing now. Like I am very, very grateful. But it's kind of like those things like maybe BTS also feels the same. It's like they love and they appreciate everything they have right now. But it's something internally that we have to figure out.
You're
and right now,
flower moment.
Yeah, I swear, girl. Like I'm like, yeah, it's like RM knows. Mm-hmm. I'm literally having a wildflower moment, and it's kind of like it's real. It's real, and I can't imagine how they feel because it's kind of like that. So yeah, so in the beginning, they literally saved me. They pulled me out of that hole, and I'm happy, dandy, joining them in all these comebacks and the events, stuff like that. And then since June, I'm like, oh my God, girl, what is going on? But no matter what, though, I'm just happy Army and everyone's around. But yeah, but yes.
I guess for me, the biggest thing that made me so sad about the June announcement was actually Namjoon crying.
Yeah.
Because we have never seen June cry before, and him breaking down was like, no, you are not going to disappoint us just because you want a break.
Yes.
Just because you guys want to find yourself again, you're not going to disappoint us. And the fact that thought was in their head and that they were trying to fight that thought was that
Yes.
is the most saddening part for most of armies. Some armies understood it while talking to others. Yeah, actually, I'm not sad about them taking a break. The sadness is that feeling guilty about
Of
taking one.
taking a break.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like they withheld for so long. And it's kind of like, it it's kind of like we felt like we were the holding them back, but like we wanted them to understand. But it's not, they know armies will support them, but also it's kind of like that lingering thought in the back of their head is also what held them back from announcing it. And it's kind of like, oh, girl.
And the fact that they always think about armies is something that I feel is so special between. And I say this with open chest. Like, I don't care if people think that I'm being too much, but I say this with like full confidence that the connection that armies have with BTS, you won't see that between any other artist and their fandom. It's very different. It's way too intimate to be
Yes.
To be said that it is similar to others,
Yes.
because we do understand them on a very other level. Like Jin popping on for his birthday live stream, like for 5 minutes. I don't know what he was doing, but he just came on. He cut the cake.
He did his thing.
Moment. But and then he went off, and then he was like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you all something." So I came back live again. So it's like we know they are going to be chaotic, and that makes us happy. Now, at the same time, I know that for all of us armies, 2020 till 2025, things are going to be
it's different. It's different. It's rough, and I'm still trying to understand why I feel this way. Like I said, the boys aren't going anywhere. Look, come on, they even gave us a date, 2025, and they're like releasing, like each of them are releasing content.
So we are super busy.
Just super busy. We're getting back to back content. It's just like I guess I'm just, along with other armies, trying to figure out why do we feel this way. But for me, I
can tell you think why.
So
I can.
Yes, Tiffany.
Because my son. Well, this is just coming from a military mother. You know what I mean? My son was gone for 4 years, almost 5. My brothers were gone for 4 years. Both of them have done their military stint. And it's the fact that that person is no longer there. We know that they are no longer there. Not to say, of course it's BTS and they ain't living, at our house with us. We're not, but it's somebody that we care for. It's family for us. And we know that they are going to be gone. It's the fact that we know for a fact they are going to be gone. We're not going to see them on the regular as we normally would. And we know in advance that everything that's being released is pre-filmed content, right? So it's the fact that we know that this is something that they have to do, and we respect it, and we're proud of them for doing it, but we still miss them, and it still hurts because they're going to be gone. So that's what that feeling is. It's the acknowledgement of understanding what they have to do and why they have to do it. But we have this sense of longing because to us, they're family. They're people that we love. They're people that we care for. And just like anybody, celebrity or not, I'm not going to say celebrity. I'll just say anybody in your family, if they go away, right? They enlisted into the military, or they go abroad for school or medical, whatever the case may be, and they're gone for a certain amount of time, you have that longing. You miss them. You want them to be home, but at the same time, you still have that understanding of what it is that they're doing. So I feel like that's what a majority of Army is feeling. It's that happiness that they did this decision on their own. They decided to do what they wanted to do, and we're happy for them pursuing their individual interests, right? But also knowing that they're going to have to leave soon, and we won't really be seeing them in a more present time stamp. Everything that's going to be released while they're in is all pre-done, already filmed, already done, and we know that that's not them in this moment.
Yes.
And I think that's what's gonna hit hard too with the pre-release content, is the fact that we're like, they filmed this before they left, or they did this before they left. So that feeling of longing is gonna be extended more, but we are still proud of what it is that they're doing. So I feel like that's what it is.
Wow. Tiffany, I didn't even think about it in that way, because that's what made me confused, but that actually makes so much sense. That actually makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense with my mother's comment as well, because I texted her and I was like, I feel like there's something hollow inside my head on the day of when Jin enlisted. And I was like, there's this feeling of emptiness, and I don't know why it's coming, because I'm super proud of him making this decision.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And
that's
like, not, yeah, because he made that decision himself, and he was not waiting for anyone to make that decision for him. And I was like super proud of him for doing that. But then at the same point, I feel hollow. Like, I feel like I'm gonna miss him so much. But the fact that I've never even met him, I never even a concert. But how will I miss him when I don't even have?
That's what I don't understand too, right? It's not like we're gonna see them on a daily basis and then they leave. Like, we don't see them like that. I think it's just.
But we're used to seeing them on a daily basis in terms. And like what Jeanette said, she said, welcome to the empty nest syndrome. Like, facts. That's really what it is. Like, when my son, we knew he was going into the military. Zeus, no, this is not the time. The biggest one, causing the most problems. Anywho, like, we knew he was going to enlist in the military. We were just waiting for him to go ahead and do his thing. And the moment we had to go to watch him swear in and everything, and we're like, okay, we're watching him swear in. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so proud. And then when we were leaving, I'm like, wait a minute.
It was like hard. Like,
oh my God,
it hurts. I feel like it hurts.
There's something physically hurting me because he's not there. But by what Tiff described, I understood my mother's comment. My mother commented literally that you'll understand how I feel now. And I was like, I don't understand what you mean by that. But now I understand that me being so far from her also gives her the same kind of feeling that I'm feeling now for Jen. And but I just want to say that I'm feeling more than you're feeling for me.
That's what we feel as parents. Like, I can speak from a parent standpoint with my son being gone. I can speak from a sibling standpoint, having both my brothers go and both of them be in the Afghanistan war and the Iraq war, you know what I mean? So, and then here's Jen, and then these guys are leaving as a fan. So for me, that feeling has like hit. This is like quite a few times, you know?
Yes.
I'm like, how will I do it for 6 more times? Like, I'm not going to do it for 6 more times.
Honestly, it felt bad when he left, but I wasn't sad. And that, again, that's just because of
a personal
used to that, right? And I understand what it means, which honestly, they're going to have a lot more freedoms than what my son or my brothers had, you know, because there was months when I wasn't talking to my son. And then when I would talk to him, it was legit a 5-minute phone call, if that. And then that was it. You know, he'd be like, hey, I'm doing this, and I'm like, look, I love you. You got this. We are proud of you no matter what. And he's like, I got to go. Click. And that's legit it. Or a letter sporadically, but it was months. And, you know, he can't come home for Christmas. He couldn't come home for Thanksgiving and things of that nature. So I'm kind of used to it, but it's still sad, you know. It's like,
it's still, I guess, but for me, honestly, this is like my first, because I don't have any experience with that prior, so that makes a lot of sense actually. Maybe I should have talked to you guys earlier before, like, because like I said, I was still confused. I'm like, why do I feel this way? I know I know it's a change, and also I'm a nostalgic person. I love to like look back and also kind of see like the timeline, because to me it also just, even though I got into BTS earlier, it just feels like yesterday to me. I swear it was like a blink of an eye, and then we're here. And
if it's yesterday to you, I feel like I just became an army like 15 seconds ago. Because you joined, you started listening to them in 2014, and I guess for me and Tef both, we became armies in 2017.
Yes.
Uh, Still happy, as you said, we both
Yes.
find them at the point in our life when we both were the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the agenda of BTS finding us at the right
At the right
moment
time.
is going on. But yeah, I guess this is something which some people like take out of context. I guess that when armies say that we are feeling sad that they are going, or this army, and I have met some armies which are not that happy about them going, not
Uh,
because that they made that decision, but because they think that they didn't owe that to anyone to go to military.
okay.
And I'm like, I have seen a lot of opinions on this thing, but at the end of the day, I guess it's more so like people, it's a huge thing that everyone has to come to, like everyone has to come to a point where they have to sit down and talk through their emotions themselves, because um it's a bit sad and it's a lot of pride, but there's a lot of confused emotions that we have that we don't understand. Like right
Yeah.
now, you and I could understand like why are we feeling this hollow feeling that we
Yeah.
have, and that I guess this is something that unless until we talk about, we wouldn't be
We
able
wouldn't.
to figure out.
Yes.
And
Um,
like
For
Tammy
sure.
said, Tammy made a comment. She said they have become such a comfort for me during the few years. It's like taking a favorite teddy bear away from a child. Yes, in a sense. But here's the thing. When it comes to that though, in that comparison, usually a lot of times they don't give the teddy bears back. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to help the
Yeah.
child grow by not being so attached to this thing, this object, right? But in the sense of BTS, we are all attached to them. We love them. We care for them. A lot of us, like yourself, has seen them grow exponentially. And then for those of us who joined a little later, I still see the growth and still feel
Oh
like I'm
yeah.
seeing them, you know, brand new. But,
Yeah.
the thing is with that, again, the comparison is yes, 2025 seems to be far away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
in all honesty, like they're serving less time than the men here who volunteer in the States. They're
Oh,
gone
true.
for 4 years. They
Oh,
sign for 4 years, and depending on what their job is or whatever like my son initially was supposed to go be gone for 4 years, but because of the type of training they ended up having him do, he was going to be gone for 5. So, the thing
uh,
is, you have to think about those things in comparison. So, for me, when I heard 2025, I'm like, damn, that's a blink of an eye. I did 4 years.
yeah.
I
2025
think
is
it's
a
also
is
a
a blink.
point where I think a
Oh.
lot of armies have done this, but it can also be something that others can do, is making a goal for yourself before all of them reunite.
Yes.
So
Yes.
me, I have made a goal that I'll get into a PhD. I'll start my PhD before 2025. However difficult it is, I'm gonna do it. But yes, as I said, that we can have our own personal goals and we can
Mm-hmm.
like kind of try to achieve them and still have those alarms on as to when they're coming back, because I literally have an alarm on to which day Jen is coming back.
Yeah, no, I love that because my friend even said there's like a trend going on right now where we record ourselves in 2022, like, as is going on, and in 2025 we'll record ourselves again. But also,
I did that.
yeah, you did that. Yeah, we did that. So I'm like, wow, I can't imagine. But I love how we're taking this, and that's what Army is very, very good at. We're good at taking our emotions and actually making a positive uh impact.
Yeah.
We're changing the negativity into positivity. So like we're sad, obviously we're sad, but we're gonna change. I notice a lot of us like, you know what, then I'm gonna save up, like, I'm gonna work on
Save up.
myself, I'm gonna do this,
I
like before 2025. So I love
I
how
thought I'd save up, but with the amount of merch
oh
releasing, I think it's going to be a little difficult to save up. But One thing, there's one comment by Couch Halsey. She said, "Just want to say that I'm very impressed with Xceleste's work. She's
Oh,
amazing."
thank you so much, Coach Halsey.
Now Halsey, I apologize. I don't know how you would like to be addressed, so I'm going to say she just because Halsey. But if that is incorrect, please correct me. But she's from. We had Roscoe on last week, which was a complete
Mess.
It was just chaos, absolute chaos.
Three of us were so chaotic on that live stream.
It was chaotic. I couldn't get my music together. Like we had a whole dance party, the whole nine.
That's hilarious.
And she's from there, and they have recommended. I do know that if I'm not mistaken, he has watched some of your videos as well.
Oh.
I've seen some newer armies watch your videos, and again, every time they watch, this is BTS Army, and they get to the whole AHC thing, and they is like, oh my God, they got people who do mental health. I'm like, yes, we do.
Yeah,
we try really hard. We do, like I'm just having moments, but that's how impactful your work is. And I know that as somebody who, for you, as creating these things, that's not your end goal, right? You're not sitting there thinking, I want to make this huge impact, I want to do this. But your stuff has just been just so influential in the lives of
thank you.
Also, I would like to say that since I've watched your videos, I have a couple things to say. One, you are absolutely gorgeous. I think you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Women gotta uplift women.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? You're gorgeous too. You two are beautiful.
And your glasses is the reason why I have been aiming for cat eye glasses since I got diagnosed having to wear glasses. Okay, so
where are my glasses?
I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, I'm not quite there, but I'm trying. Okay.
Oh, so good. Yes.
You were the reason. I'm like, this girl.
Someone said Xceleste videos are requirement for baby armies if they want to get to know BTS and their work.
Facts.
Oh
my God.
You are in the Army handbook. Okay, let's just
there are some people who are always going to be remembered as people in the army who has given the most knowledge to baby armies to understand everything. You will be always one of them. And
top tier, babe. Top tier.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
I think I have not told you this, but when I was starting my YouTube channel, I was really worried as to how things would go because I am really chaotic. I can't make one thing normally. I just have to fumble up. I can't do anything normally. So when I was making my videos, when I started making the videos, I was quite nervous as to how things are going to go. But the way your presence in your video is so calm. Not the reaction videos, let's be honest.
Yeah, hurry up.
I know, it's not that. Not the reaction videos. I'm not talking about your reaction videos. The reaction videos is what gave me the confidence of being chaos on my channel.
Yes.
I was like, I'll be chaotic. If no one watches, it's on them, but I'll be chaotic at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yes. So I have a question. And this is pulling from one of your videos from way back. So I know that you had mentioned before you had a love of dance. You used to dance, you used to enjoy dancing. And that since BTS, especially during Idol, because that made you want to get back into it, and you was killing it. You was killing it.
Oh, thank you.
I also seen your run BTS. You was back there. I was like, she had that big shirt on. You was like, I got it. I was here for it. Since then, have you found yourself dancing more since Idol because of BTS? Has that put that love and that spirit of dance back into you since then?
Yes. So actually, well, there are some challenges. I honestly feel like I refound my love for it. And actually, those times too, we have a dance studio here in Vegas that I would try to go to. And it has actually helped me too. Now that my sister recently moved from Alaska to Vegas, she used to do competitive dancing. So she's also helping me. So with the Run BTS video, actually, she's the one who like learned it and taught me because I'm so bad at learning dances. But honestly, it's thanks to BTS that I'm like back up again, like dancing. I would love to dance more religiously, but I think out of high school, high school, we could just dance and do whatever. We didn't really have obligations, but now as an adult, I try to dance as much as I could. But honestly, I'm sure a lot of armies have also felt the same. Like it got them up dancing and doing all these challenges. So yes.
Okay, so some comments by the people on the chat. So Roscoe's fans are here, and they are telling us he loves your videos, and someone said that because he's a editor, a director, and loves that stuff, that's why he loves your videos. Someone said, I always watch Xceleste videos with Jose too.
Yes,
they are so fun to watch and listen on Spotify. They have a podcast, Interlude Army.
Oh my God, thank you.
And someone said,
Jose,
yes,
we sent you an email.
I know, Jose.
Just saying. Just throwing it out.
And then someone said, yes, Razan, you helped me to navigate being a baby army in 2020. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you, Joanna.
Yes,
they're so sweet.
This just shows your impact. Even though you may not be aware of it, but armies are. We are so aware. And just you being on here and having this conversation with us and people being able to hear your side and your story, because to my knowledge, I don't think you've done a video on your channel in regards to this whole thing on your personal side. So I think that this is awesome. And I think I can't thank you enough for even just...
No problem. You know what? I wanted to say this too, because I briefly said it on Twitter. And I'm just going to put that out there because in order to heal, you have to kind of say it. And also, I was in denial, but ever since June, like I said, it's been kind of like decreasing. As a content creator, it's been kind of hard for me, but hearing you guys say this and how much my videos have helped, honestly, that's given me more fuel to be like, you know what? Yes, I could keep doing those kind of videos. And because it's, so there are moments where I'm to myself and I'm like, oh, it's hard. But hearing the compliments from you guys and how much it's helped has motivated me to really work. I need to work on the new Nobody's to Legends 2020, 2023.
Yeah. No. See what we do. Okay, so I'll tell you this.
Yes.
So we had the live stream last week with Roscoe, right?
Yes.
And we were talking to him, and I saw his most recent one. And he, admitted, here I am talking with the Army Help Center, but I have yet to acknowledge what's going on with me. So, sorry, we want
you to realize
my Alexa having a whole conversation in the background. But what I was saying is it took him having that conversation with us for him to really acknowledge what was happening. And sometimes, in that conversation, we said sometimes just realizing you need help or you need to take a step back is hard, and that's the hardest step to take. So I just want you to know, as a fan, and I'm sure many armies feel this way, if you got to take a step back for you, because the holidays is where people's anxiety, the depression, the sadness, the loneliness is at its all-time high, right?
Yes.
God rest Twitch, we just heard about that. And it just shows that people can have this wonderful persona on camera, pictures, on film, whatever, and then in the background have this thing going on and not knowing that they can just take a pause, take a time out, reevaluate how they're feeling. So as much as we probably all would love to see a new Nobody's to Legends, right? We don't want you to rush. I would rather you take your time and do what's best for you, so that when you are ready to provide that content to Army, it could be at your absolute best when you're feeling your best. Yes. I'm also saying if you want to do it, you can. But I would prefer I would prefer you take a break. That's just that's just the mom in me. That's just,
and that is if you think that taking a break is going to help you, but if you think that taking a break might not work as a positive thing for you, and but being together with army, talking to armies more is what might help you out, you can do that as well, because everyone will have a different reaction to how they are going to get better. So what we want for you is that you realize what is best for you and no one else.
And if you got problems, you let me know. Okay, because I'm just saying.
Fight anyone.
Oh yes,
I'm just saying. I got you. I ain't got.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I mean, this actually made me realize, I really should start talking to someone, because I actually have never, other than my boyfriend. Yeah.
But as I said, as I said, that if you ever need to talk things out, or if you just want someone to be your listening ear, we are here. It can be me or Tef jumping onto the conversation real fast with you. I'm always on the Twitter comment on the DMs to just kind of see everything going on. But so don't feel like don't keep things to yourself, is what I'm trying to say, because when you try to bottle things up, it just becomes really, really unhealthy for you. And I don't think so me or any other armies would want that for any other army per se, but especially you, because of how much you have helped us through.
And there's some comments. Nebu Blue. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing y'all name. Look, y'all know I'm terrible with names. Y'all just charge it to the game. Charge it to the game. She said, "Thank you for your content, but take time, but take the best care of yourself." And then Angeline said, "Yes, please take your time." And then Joanna also said, "Please take care of yourself and take all the time you need. We are patient and can wait."
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is not just for for Razan. I would like to say that this is for everyone on the live stream and your friends, even if they are not armies, but they need a person to talk to, a listening ear. Please direct them towards AHC. I would like to put a lot of pressure on the fact that we are not therapists, even though some of us actually have backgrounds in psychology. We don't provide therapy on AHC per se. We just act like the middleman, if you would. We will be your best friends, listening to you, whatever you have to say. We will try our best to be unbiased towards anything. And there are times when we have to kind of handle some situations, and we are trained for that. Like, there are people trained for handling situations. But all we want is you to get into therapy. But if there's a situation where you can't go to therapy, or your therapist is not available, please know that the DMs of AHC are always open for all of you. And we just want to help you out. And that's all AHC is here for.
That's so good.
Yeah, we're here for talking and laughing. We love BTS, but mental health is more important than ever. More important than ever, especially during the holidays. So please just, take your time, do what's best for you, and, reach out. Even if it's not to AHC, just if you have someone in your support group that you can talk to, that is willing to listen and be there, use them. But if not, that's what we're here for. And we're not just here for Army. I mean, yes, it's called Army Health Center, but we are not just here for Army. We are here for anybody that may want to just let it out, at the end of the day.
Army Help Center started because of BTS, and that is always going to be the reality of AHC, that we all are fans. We all started this account because of BTS, and BTS is always going to be a big part of AHC. But as someone, as all of us want people to be well, to be mentally well, we are not gonna discriminate you just because you haven't listened to them, or well, you don't listen to them. But
Mhm.
yes, at the same point, let me just tell you this: if someone says anything bad in the DMs about BTS, like, I don't know how. I am pretty sure the speakers wouldn't say anything back to you, but I'm pretty sure you'll.
No, we would. Not in that
It's
sense.
going to
Not in
be
that sense, but
politely, really.
politely, yes. There's
Yes,
always a
point.
form
It'll
of
be
etiquette
polite,
there.
but it will be very much mannered way of telling you off. But we wouldn't handle hate for BTS in the comment sections, because for us,
Mhm, mhm.
BTS
We don't handle
is
hate of
one of
any
the
kind.
reasons why we are here. So let's be sure of that as well. So yes, we want to help everyone out, but not the haters. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
So, Roseanne, I have to ask you because your intros always crack me up, and then your
Oh.
reactions crack me up, especially when Tay and you be like, "Girl, what you doing? What you doing?" But when every time you come on, you always have some kind of. It's the same words, but it's always different. But I love how you go, "What's up, Flair Squad?" And
I know.
like, I love it.
What? You know, I don't even know.
Is that her official hand gesture for Flair Squad?
I think so, because it's so funny, because I noticed I started doing that, and then I caught on later. I'm like, wait a minute, I guess this is my intro now. I keep doing it, so I hit my knee. But yeah,
I love it. It cracks me up. And then like when you be having your moments, especially like when Tay comes, girl, wait, hold on, almost dropped my army bomb. Hold on. I love
And I
it.
guess that is one more thing about me and Roseanne. We both see, when I think this was a confusion last time as well, when people say that I'm Tay biased OT7.
yeah,
It doesn't mean that we are just biased towards one person. It is that, yeah, this is the person that we got attracted to first, but at this
yeah.
point it's just like all of them.
Literally, yes.
So I guess me and Razan can connect on that fact that both of us are like Tay biased, but we
Yeah.
are OT7s.
Yes.
Oh, for
But
sure, for sure.
it's like Taeyong has been wild these past few months.
Since June. Let's be
Since
honest.
June.
Since June. They all been cutting up.
As being
I know what
Taeyong
happened.
biased, it has been a little difficult to not say things that would be inappropriate. I would I would want to know what your reactions were to the Vogue magazine, or him just being
Yeah.
him and journey.
The fact that she's
girl.
holding her hair like this, like, oh my god.
I gotta, you gotta stay grounded. Watch your words. I'm just kidding. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like especially, oh man, Tay. Sorry, I was just thinking about the silhouette. Like, okay. Anyways, yeah, no, I can't even find words. But I mean, Tay biases know that he has been wilding out. And what do I think about it? Like, I swear, I noticed now though too. I'm so happy because we kind of been saying this. Like, he's doing a lot more like modeling, kind of like it's a treat. It's a treat
To the eyes.
To the eyes.
It's a treat.
Yeah,
to the eyes.
they're all
they out here in these streets. When they said chapter 2, they did not say chapter 2 meant we gonna be in our grown man.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, yeah. I swear, as soon as chapter 2 started, they said
okay, so chapter
no F's
2
were given. No F's were given.
No. Chapter 2, we got to see Taeyong's tummy at last after so long. We got to see Jin's naked back.
The back. It's so funny because it's kind of like these are things that are shown on a regular basis with other like artists and stuff like that, but it's so funny. Like, I mean, even foreheads are like, oh my god, it's their forehead, like it's so hilarious to me. It's hilarious.
Someone said army sad BTS thirst traps.
Yeah, I think that's their way of cheering us up.
I think they're finally like, look, we're above 20, we're above that 21, 22 age. Like, we're 25 and older, right? We are grown. It's wonderful people see us in this thing, but we grown ass men. Okay?
Yeah.
And I am like,
That's right.
as I'm sweating, as I be
Yeah.
sweating, like
That's the thing, right? At this point, and the other thing is that, as Rizan said, armies thirst over BTS things. Like, it can be a simple photo of them, and armies will be like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" Like,
it's
for
insane.
Yoongi, I swear to God, Yoongi has also been one of the wildest people these days.
When he cuts his hair, I think that's when I'm gonna cry.
But
oh my gosh!
Because this long hair, this look.
I love his long hair.
This long hair Yoongi has got me reconsidering my marriage on several occasions. Okay, I'm not even gonna front. I'm like, if honey, can I again, for those who know what a hall pass is, I'm like, honey, I need a mega hall pass, like for all.
A mega.
Like, not to say would ever happen, but I just need it just in case. So
that's hilarious.
When this hair goes,
I guess this is a question for both of us. They were like partnership with BetterHelp or Talkspace someday.
We hopefully we have not reached out to them, but hopefully maybe we can. I mean, I know with Talkspace and what was the other one? BetterHelp. I think some of them charge a fee, but I'm not 100% sure on the logistics for either of those. So that is something we have to do more digging on. And with AHC, we are very thorough. We try to be as thorough as we can when involving with some of those, because at one point we was connected with the crisis hotline, and then this whole thing came out where they were giving out people's personal information, and we were like, nope, shut that down. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a whole thing, and we felt bad because it's like, here we are promoting this because we want people to be better, we want them to have accessibility to these things, and then there's people on the back end doing dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
also, I guess the only thing that we are going to promote would be something that doesn't cost you anything, because Army Help Center is itself a non-profit organization. We put money from, not me, but our management puts money from their pockets into Army Health Center. So I don't think we have to consider a lot of things before collaborating.
Yes.
That's one thing. Someone said BetterHelp has a lot of controversy.
Yeah, see,
So
we ain't trying to do that. Like, ultimately, like, when we think, girl, you good? You ain't dying on me, are you? You good? Okay, I'm just checking. Okay, just checking.
Get your water.
But the thing is, like, because Army Health Center, and for those of you who are joining, because you follow Roseanne and you guys are getting to know us, Army Health Center is all volunteers. All of us. Not a single person gets paid for what we do. We volunteer our time because we want to, because we choose to. And so getting involved with certain organizations that are probably accepting payment or insurance, we really have to think hard about those things, because we get no money for what we do. None of us get paid. Sometimes, a lot of us honestly are putting in our own funds to make things happen the way we need them to happen. So we have to be careful about the things that we collab with, and we want to make sure that whoever we collab with is not just a help place or some place that provides mental health or whatever, because everybody and anybody can say that. But we want to make sure that we're putting forth the best resources possible for Army, because
also the other thing is that we don't want to collab with someone we don't really if we are going to collab with someone, it is going to be someone with a very clean background. The reason being that it's not just your personal information that can get leaked, it's also the things that we talk to them about that can get leaked. And at AHC, considering that even we all volunteers don't talk about, like, if there is a situation which I don't know how to handle and I want to ask a volunteer as to how I can handle that situation, I can't just basically go and tell her word to word what happened in the chat with me and that army, because that's very how do I say it's something that's going to be between us two, right? So I have to ask it in such a vague manner that the person on the other side don't know what person I'm talking about, what really the situation is, what is going on in their head. It has to be so vague. So if
Mm.
as a community ourselves, in AHC itself, we try to maintain so much confidentiality. I don't think it's an easy step to take and just get into a collaboration with someone we don't really know how they work out or how their process is, because saying one thing is like if you say, oh yeah, we are highly confidential is one thing, and being highly confidential is other. And being from the team that actually speaks to armies and everything, I guess this one would be concern of a lot of mains and speakers at AHC, because though we have a management, the speakers and the mains have their own voice as well, and they will it's going to be a lot of discussion. It's not easy. It's more than 200 volunteers, guys. So
Wow.
making a collaboration is not that easy for us.
Yeah, that's
So does
understandable.
anybody in the chat, of all of our wonderful people that are watching, does anybody have a question or a comment for Roseanne? Anything you guys have always kind of like wanted to ask her, but like never thought that you'd ever like get to ask her? You know what I mean? Like I'm curious to see what some people come up with, because we watch you from afar, just like we do BTS, right? We watch you from
Mhm.
afar. We know you're a real person. We know you tweet and all this good stuff. You go to Korea, which by the way is so dope. Okay, yeah, like
Oh,
watching
thank
your
you.
videos make me jealous, because I'm like, I want to go there. She's having the
You will. I really hope you do.
I look, I hope I do too. Look, I'm 40. I got a lot of life left. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
you
Like,
do.
I feel like
You're still young.
oh honey, I'm seasoned. I tell people all the time. I ain't got no problem saying I'm 40. I'm still cute. I am still
Yes.
okay. And I feel like I'm gonna live to be 100 just to piss a couple folks off. But with that being said, like I hope, like I never thought I would get to ever ask you these questions, let alone talk to you face to face. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine what it's like for other armies who are here. So Mick, I'm sorry if that's not Mike. I'm just saying what it is. They asked, why the name Xceleste?
Oh my gosh, that's actually really funny. So, I'm a gamer. I play games every day. I actually started my channel with my gamer tag name, which was Celestial Flare.
No
Celestial
wonder
Flare.
Flare Squad.
Yes, so that's why I like. And when the first time that I went to Korea, I was with my other content creator friend. They had the hardest time saying Celestial Flare. And I know it's hard to spell too. So then that's when it occurred to me. I'm like, you know what? I got to cut it short. I gotta make it short and like easy to put out there. And Celeste may be a common thing. So I put, okay, let me put the X in the beginning. Because I used to do that a lot actually back then. I put the little X, the 0X, all the little cute stuff. And that's how I came up with X Celeste. It was to shorten Celestial Flare. And that's where I got Flare Squad. It used to make sense. It doesn't make any sense now, but I go with it.
Yes, it does. Now we know why you have that. And so that's so dope. That's cool.
Yes.
Okay, so Jeanette asked the question, how does it feel to see the guys in flesh? And I guess that is a question for me as well, because I haven't seen I haven't been to a single concert. So how does it feel to see them in flesh?
Oh, you have, Tiffany?
Yeah, I've been to 3. I had to count. I had to make sure. It would have been 5, but we all are not going to talk about.
Oh yeah, let's not talk. Ooh, that's
actually
like,
that would have been my 2 concerts that I would have gone to.
Oh no!
So let's literally not talk about it.
Oh no! So okay, I see. Oh my god! Like I don't know. I'm still in disbelief, but I'm very, 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 very thankful, because I think what the first time I ever saw them was in person, other than the Wings concert, because the Wings concert was 2017. It's when after I moved to Vegas, and they just kept coming to Vegas because of the Billboard Music Awards. And so well, how does it feel to see the guys in flesh? My dog is going off. Don't mind him.
Look, I got 3 of
It's
them.
honestly, it's unreal. It's unreal. Like, you know how people can look better on TV, and when you see them, they just look like normal people. That was not what BTS was. They literally had an aura around them, and I felt like everyone felt the same. I think that's the reason why, even though no one in the crowd, like some artists probably didn't know them, some of the audience that attended around 2018, 2017 still probably didn't even know them when they were at the award shows, but you could tell they had an aura, and they literally looked so much better in person. I feel like Namjoon, Yoongi's eyes are very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Now I
over here
just feel jealous,
I'm
guys.
sitting here
Jealousy is a
sweating.
disease, and I have it. I have it so bad. I'm just jealous of everyone.
I know. No, it's so that's why it's just they just look unreal, and to me they look a lot better in person, not only visually but aura wise. You sense it. So yes, I felt like it's unreal. Like I feel like it's not real. That's how I feel like.
You are speaking the God's honest truth. Okay, it is
Only facts. Only facts. No lies here.
no printer, no printer, only facts. Yeah, because that's how I felt. My very first concert was literally right after I joined, and we had pretty decent seats. We had really good seats, I will say, and I just felt like I was still watching them through a computer screen. Like I was like, I can't really be here.
Can I be here? Am I allowed to be here?
Like watching this on a screen. Like I feel like I was watching it on my computer screen, and literally the next day. Now I have a question regarding you seeing them. To this question is a follow-up. On your first time seeing them, did you feel like it the next day? Did you feel like it didn't actually happen?
Yeah, no, that's why I feel unreal. It's kind of like, oh, did it happen? That's why I need video proof.
I just hate the both of you right now. Let's just.
She's like, don't worry, girl. 2025. Yeah, 2025, it'll happen.
Sure that was how you, because I felt like I had been out bar hopping all night and drinking, and I just didn't remember what happened. But
yeah, it's like you blacked out.
Yeah, but I like knew I was there, but it just felt like I wasn't there, and I just wanted to know if anybody else felt the same way.
So for me, I was in India when I became an army, and so I had to hide that I was an army for a long time. Let's be honest. Yeah. Right, because people were so bad, and I was like, I don't want you in my business.
Yeah.
So
you'll see them. It
was not possible for me to see the concert. But then in 2020, I was going to move to the UK for my studies. I was like, let's just book instead of getting my visa first for the UK for my studies,
she already got her ticket.
I was like, let's just book the tickets, because who knows how much money I have left after visa.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was booking the tickets first. I had the tickets booked. I'm just sad. It was really sad. But
don't worry, girl. It's gonna happen. Manifest.
So we have another question. Again, Nebula Blue. Oh, I did say it right this time. Nebula Blue. She said, "What is your favorite content that you have created so far?"
Ooh, that's hard.
That's hard because it's like apples and oranges, but both of them have impacted me in the same way. Actually, no, if I do have to pick one, it would be Nobody's to Legends. There was an original video. There actually was a prior one, but it got copyrighted by Mnet and it was blocked. And so I had to actually recreate a newer one, which is still out right now. It's not blocked, but there was I don't even remember what year. There was a 2018 version. There was a 2018 version. So that is my favorite content that I've created, is the Nobody's to Legend. And then second is like the summary of their storyline. So.
Still chef's kiss.
Okay, so I guess there's one more question, and that is, how did you get started working with K-pop? It was on a video you made while in Korea.
So how did I get started working with K-pop? It was actually just like my first time out in Korea was 2016, and I went with KML, Dre.
Yeah.
And I think at that time, I was still making content of other K-pop groups. I mean, I still make reactions with other like HYBE artists. I don't necessarily react to other K-pop groups, and I do have a reason for that. I used to react to other groups, but when I got started working with K-pop artists, it's actually because, like, for example, companies like My Music Taste, as a way to help promote their groups, they do ask like content creators. And usually I don't mind working with them if it's like fun activities and if it's groups that I actually like, because other than being an army and like I listen to BTS music, there are some groups that I listen to. Some artists, I actually listen to a lot of indie R&B, like solo artists. If you guys want a playlist of that, I got a lot of that. Yes.
I love jazz. I get
R&B
that
is my jam. R&B is my
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love R&B. But yeah, how it started was my first trip out to Korea. And I think it's because I was with JREKML, and then companies that know that I'm going to Korea would say, hey, can you work with us to help promote? So it's more like that. I think it's kind of like once you put yourself out there as a content creator, you could also reach out, like if you want to, if you are a content creator and want to work with other artists, there are companies out there that would be more than happy for you to work with them, because I think they think BTS got no, let me not go there. That's another topic.
She's like,
skirt. Let me not go there. Yeah.
So, and I guess it brings me to the point where I'm going to irritate Tef, but
well, I had one question before because I mean this. First of all, again, sorry, y'all. Y'all know our shit don't never be an hour, okay? I think that it's an hour, and if we're having great conversation, it goes over. So with that,
it always goes over.
It always goes over. So, but just because, prior to us going live, I was telling, Roseanne and Kanika how I was trying to vibe out to RM's Rolling Hall because I wanted to rewatch it because my friend called me while he was live and I didn't get to hear any of it.
Are we getting that? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking?
No, we're not going to do a dance break, but I am going to ask her. So I know you had to listen to Indigo. Okay, so we already know. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite song?
People are going to say, it's because of the title track. It is Wildflower, because I connected with the lyrics of that song so well. It was like as if he was, it's not too
you're out of focus, honey.
Oh, hello. Okay, there you go. Okay. I will say it is Wildflower, and not because it's a title track, but because literally each of I could connect to the lyrics, but not to that extent of obviously he's bigger than me, but I felt the same. And as we discussed, I feel like I'm in the wildflower or flower actually.
Flowerworks. Yeah, I love the name with the flower thing. I don't know if you guys were able to see him on the Pesach show, but that was another thing. I guess that's a pretty song to actually connect with. What's your favorite, Tiff?
Oh yeah, Tiff.
I'm not. Look, I ain't gonna front. That whole album slaps. Okay,
we all know that the whole album is. The whole album is great.
I know.
But there's always one song that he connects with the most.
Honestly, seriously, it depends on my mood. It really, truly does. Because I know he wanted us to listen to the album first to last, which I have done several times. But I love to put albums on shuffle. That's just me. I love a shuffle. So it really just depends on what's happening in my life, And when the album came out, for some people who have seen my own personal stream, I'm kind of going through this whole crazy health diagnosis thing or whatever. And it just put me in a bad headspace where I just could not really figure out what I was feeling and why I was feeling that way. I hadn't gotten all the information I needed. So my emotions was kind of just stuck, So when Still Life came on, I just loved the meaning behind that. Like, here's my life, it's here, but I'm still going to keep going forward. And that resonated with me because at the end of the day, it's not tomorrow's not promised to you. You know what I mean? And
very true.
That probably also explains my don't give a care attitude half the time. Because I'm like, you know what? I ain't got to worry about you because I ain't going to see you tomorrow. And if I do, that's you going to feel awkward, not me. Because tomorrow ain't promised to me. You know what I mean? So that kind of resonated with me. But then also number 2 resonated with me too, because it's like, a lot of times, especially now during the holidays, we find ourselves looking back on what we've done this year. Did we achieve our goal? Did we not? What stopped us from it? What regrets come flooding like crazy during this holiday time.
Yeah.
And that kind of hit me because I'm like, we do have to be better about not looking back and regretting, but more so looking back and saying, okay, I didn't do this. What kept me from it? And let me try not to let that keep me from what I want to do this year. So as far as look back as a learning opportunity, not a regret. What can you change from last year to help you propel yourself and still life, be moving forward this year? So the album, it kind of depends. But when I'm in my 19, y'all ain't gonna judge me. My 1980 through 1990, especially my heavy duty R&B phase, Closer is that jam. Paul Blanco.
Closer.
Baby, look, Paul, if you're watching, I just want to braid your hair, okay? I just want to braid your hair because that hair is fire. Women have to buy wigs to get hair like
yours. That's hilarious.
I will braid it, but his voice, Closer is... Closer,
yes.
Oh, and
that got me.
And all day. Damn. See.
This is why you're like.
This is like a circle. You start talking about one, and
then you keep going.
That's why I said I can't pick a favorite.
Yeah, but that kind of a thing, and I guess I do understand that. Coming to, I guess, last 1 or 2 questions is, who are 1 or 2 of your favorite indie R&B artists?
Yes. So I listened to an artist named Junie. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Junie. Junny. He has amazing R&B kind of songs, and then I feel like he's so listen to that. Let me go to my playlist really quick while I'm at it. Well, he's not part of K-pop, but Afgan, Afgan. He's an Indonesian singer. But for K-pop, there's another one named Melloh, Meloh. He's a K-R&B. So those are the R&B artists.
I love that you're promoting Indonesian artists too. It's not just K-pop. I listen to all R&B.
I literally, if you look at my playlist, it's literally Korean, Japanese, English, Chinese, and then we have I listen to a whole mixture. Oh yes.
Mine is way too many languages in the playlist. I have French, then I have obviously I have K-pop, then there's Japanese, there's Chinese, there's 3 languages from India because we love to be bougie. We have too many languages. Then that's true. There's just too many languages. Yeah. Then there's Arabic, and I had to choose only 3 because I'm like, how many languages can I listen to? Exactly. And then there's English.
One more. Let me throw in, I got to shout out to the women as well. There's a female R&B artist. Her name is Soul, Sole. Shout her out. Yes.
Come on, girl. Come on.
And there's another question that is, so what is the reason you only review hype groups?
I could be very I'm not being blunt about it, very open about it. So I used to react to other K-pop groups as well. And kind of what happened over time is I would start the reaction, and I've become very picky with the type of music that I like. And if I don't like it, sometimes it will show on my face. And I notice there are a lot of music nowadays that I don't really like. So I can't. So if I'm in the middle of reacting and I don't like it, I am not going to put that reaction out. I'm just not. So I noticed I actually prefer, obviously with BTS, I don't know if I'm just being biased, but I love everything that they put out. So it kind of just shifted like that. It kind of I was reacting to everyone, and then I'm like, you know what? It's BTS.
You know what? I love that you said that because I remember reading a tweet one day and somebody was like, or I was watching a video or something, and somebody was talking mad shit, right, about BTS on their video, and they're like, I don't see how you could be a fan and like everything. And I'm like, well, hold on. How can you say somebody's fake or doing it for clout because they like I like every BTS song. There is nothing that they have come out with that I like.
Yeah, it might not be my favorite of theirs, but I like all the content that they put out. What's so wrong in like?
Yeah, it may not be in my top 5, but it's kind of like it's not all bad song.
And it just threw me for a loop because I'm like, just because you don't have an artist that you like all their stuff, like BTS's discography is so eclectic and so versatile that are there some songs you listen to more than others? Yes.
Yeah.
But there are songs to fit every mood. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
And what mood I'm in, outro tier will never be.
Not just that. Now, I'll tell you something. Me and my roommate have this thing where our music tastes are like polar opposites, right? I listen to slow, mellow, sad kind of music. That's my jam. While her is like listening to very like beat up, hyped up kind of music. Now, both of us are BTS fans and both of us can find songs in BTS itself, which gives us both what we want. And so what Steph said, recently there has been a lot of tweets where people are like, and I guess Jose kind of said that on his tweet as well. Recently, a lot of people are like, well, armies should listen to other groups as well. I do listen to other groups as well.
Yeah,
they just ain't my favorite.
It doesn't mean that I have to fan of them. Like there's this group, I don't know if you know them.
Roseanne,
it's a K-pop group again.
I'm telling you, sometimes it comes out. That's why I'm like, you don't want to see my face when it's something I don't like.
I'm here
but as I'm saying, it's like people want you to like something else. And I'm like, see, if you are going to like something, you're just going to like them without someone pushing you, like the other group that I like. But it's very funny these days, I guess.
So Beth said, thanks for other artist recommendations. Not that they'll replace my number one group, our boys, but I've learned to enjoy a wider variety of music just by listening to BTS. And I'm pushing 7 decades of age. Baby, come on through, baby. Come on, baby. You 70 years young. Come on now. You seasoned, honey. You seasoned.
Okay.
And the fact that they provide us with a variety of different kinds of music is also there. Like let's not go there.
Oh yeah, no, I know
BTS. I same like Beth. I have listened to other music, and do I listen to other K-pop groups? Yes. Are they my favorite? No. But we do. But anyway, we ain't finna talk about them haters because that's what it is. They just mad, and y'all can just kick rocks and keep it pushing. We're gonna do what we do over here. Okay.
Yes. Well, we have pushed the live extra by 40 minutes, and as it's the last live of the year, and we have some other things to mention. I'll just mention it before we go back into the gossip things. So, as you know, this is the last live of the year. So, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to everyone, Happy Holidays. January is gonna start with me and Tev's single lives, and then we have another surprise for you in Feb because that's my birthday.
Yes, and
so
I can't guarantee. Well, she said it's our live one together. I don't know. I may post one with as Roseanne. Just FYI, I'll be in Vegas Friday. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, let me put my calendar.
Because my birthday is Saturday.
Wait a second, you guys are gonna meet?
Yes.
Well, that's up to her. I'm not pushing that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to let her know
I'm here.
I'm gonna be in Vegas.
I got you on my calendar.
Friday the 23rd and I leave the 27th. And I'm really
I don't understand why there is no neuroscience conferences in Vegas. I would love to go to Vegas. I just don't have time. But
I'm only going because my birthday being Christmas Eve.
I know.
I don't always get to do anything for my birthday, and a lot of people always.
I hope that you have fun.
Yeah, they always roll my birthday and Christmas together. You know, so out of the long time I've been, I think I've only had like 2 parties my whole life. I've never had something actually on my birthday. And so my husband was like, look, you're turning 40. Do you want to go to Vegas for your birthday? Do you want to? And I'm like, 40's yeah, like I'm in the middle road now. Like 40's big. Yeah, I want to go do that. So, you know, so that's why we're going. So I'm just
I'm going to Miami.
Yeah, I'm just there that I'm gonna be there if you can or want. We
yes.
If not, we ain't got.
Yes, I'll show you to like my favorite dinner spot. So just DM me.
give me a video call, but don't forget me, Tef. You remember I'm your soul sister.
Yes. And we have one more. We're gonna do one more question, y'all, because I'm sure Roseanne probably got a bunch of crap to do, and we just holding her high.
Oh, no worry.
So, but Joy Porky said, which one was the first BTS song that made you an ARMY?
So there are 2 songs, because I didn't necessarily become an ARMY right away when my sister showed me the We Are Bulletproof Part 2 dance practice. Love that song though so much. Even until now, I love that song. But that's the first comeback was literally Boy in Love. Not Boy with Love, Boy in Love.
In Love.
So it's kind of like a mixture of those 2 songs, because when they came out with Boy in Love, that's when I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to stand these guys. But it was those 2 songs. So like
okay, I'm Tef. What about you? What was the song?
For me,
I know this, but I want people to know this.
Well, it's kind of because it's kind of hard. No, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so literally when I got into BTS, it was like the next day after they had performed on the AMAs, and I just had saw like I was on Google, I was at work, and I had texted my son, and I'm like, hey, that group you liked was on the AMAs, and he's like, what? Oh my god! So after I picked him up from wrestling practice, we go home, and I say, look, I want you to show me a video of theirs, and he's, as most people, side-eyeing like, why? And I'm like, no, I just want to know why you like them so much. If it's not for me, it's not for me. But I just want to know what you enjoy about them. And that's really
wow
to know, you know, because I'm like, what's so fascinating? Why do you like them? What is it about them? Blood, sweat, and tears. He showed me that video. And my first initial reaction was, how old are they? Because I'm not going to jail. Like okay, because they look like jailbait. They are too fine to. Am I going to jail? Then after that, it was the initial like, I'm like, oh my god, they're dancing like real dancing. Now, as somebody who was a fan of New Edition, 112, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, okay, like. Soul for Real, okay, like my heart. Yeah, I know I'm showing my age big time, ain't I? New Kids on the Block, right? I was there for all of it, okay.
Yes,
but to see a group really dance, really dance with complicated choreography, and then the visuals. I had never seen men wear clothes like that and wear it with such flipping confidence. Okay. I was like,
so beautiful, right?
And as an American, I'm like, dude, we are slipping.
I know, right?
Korea got us all the way bent with all their videos is top notch. Like that's so I would say Blood, Sweat, and Tears dragged me in. Yeah,
and then they kept you there.
Yeah,
and then they kept you there.
And then that was it. I was coming home from work every day from 5 to 11 o'clock watching BTS content. I'm cooking dinner.
Oh my god,
watching BTS content. I have burnt biscuits watching BTS content. Okay, like
your son must be so happy.
He's happy, but he's mad because I've been to 3 concerts without him. And
oh my god,
got me into it. So he's like, he's a little mad. But as a parent, okay, he didn't have his grades in order like he should have.
Yeah,
that's why he didn't work, okay. And then the last 2 concerts, He was in the Marines. You are,
Oh, yeah.
you far away. You somewhere. I can't. You're not
I gotta
gonna
bring
go
you
any
in.
wall. You're not gonna go
Okay.
any wall to come to a BTS concert, and I won't let you because Uncle Sam is not gonna be knocking on my door looking for you.
So for me, the song that got me into BTS was Spring Day. I used to
Oh.
I used to watch a lot of K dramas on YouTube because I was poor teenager and wanted to watch more beautiful men. So I used to watch a lot of K dramas on YouTube, and somehow Spring Day got recommended on my YouTube. And for the one only time that YouTube has done something good for me was when it recommended me Spring Day, and I got hooked onto that song so bad that I wanted to know about all the guys. So from there, I went and like looked upon their content, and here I am.
Wow.
But
Spring Day.
my first song would be Spring Day, and that's a classic song to have as your first song.
It is. I think Queen Spring Day. We always call her Queen.
Because she
Queen
is.
Spring
Because
Day.
she
She
reigns
is.
supreme.
She
She
is.
reigns
Mhm.
supreme. You know, I
Mhm.
can't even. Every time I hear that song, I'm like, nope. Now, I'm not going to front. Spring Day sometimes is a skip for me, but that's only because I ain't trying to be in them feelings right now.
Yeah.
That's really it. It's like, it'll come on shuffle, and I'm like, oh, not today. Not today.
I know, especially now. I feel like Spring Day just has another side meaning for us now. So I think that's the reason why.
Yeah, especially now. It's so.
Yeah, I get
I'm
that.
not going to front. It is
But
hard to listen to Spring Day right now. It's like,
I guess the other thing that I would want to mention is please be safe during the holidays,
Oh, yes.
mentally, physically, and try if you are not feeling well and you have someone that you can talk to them. If you don't have, reach out.
Oh.
And
yes.
now I'm going to irritate. Now Tiff knows what's coming.
Yes.
Go ahead, because I can't. I mean, I could stop you, but I'm not going to because that's just not the type of person I am. So go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
Well, I'll stop myself then.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. This is actually the highlight of our streams every time because the way you do it, it cracks me. It's never the same.
I know I irritate the F out of Tiff by doing this.
No, you don't.
But I am like not even 200 subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers. So guys, I have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Every time she does it, it's always different. And it cracks me up. She'd be like, shameless plug time. Hey guys. And she always does it different. And I love it.
This is the shameless plug. The only thing that I've learned by making videos is that you have to be shameless while you're promoting yourself.
Yeah, you have to promote. Girl, yeah.
You have to be shameless. Like there's no option. Like if I be like, I do make some videos, if you can watch it, no one's gonna watch it.
You have to be.
I have to like make them watch my videos unless until I make them, they won't. So guys, I'm sweet, I'm cute. I try to be very, very sweet, but I'm sarcastic. I'm sorry that sometimes I make fun of my mother, my friends, and anyone in the vicinity. But I'm a nice person, or well, I try to be. I also talk about stuff like my recent video was talking about insecurities. I did talk about my insecurities, but moving on. The reason why we are here, ending my shameless plug, is AHC. So we are really thankful for you being here, and thank you so much, Rizan, that you gave us your time, and we have almost taken an hour extra of your time.
Oh, no worries.
I know. We are sorry.
Oh, no, don't be sorry. I really enjoyed my time here.
Because I felt like that was a professional thing to do. But I'm really not sad about
it.
Like,
I don't feel bad about it, but as professionals, we are really sorry.
Yeah, that's so sad. Okay, I got you. No, I thank you so much for inviting me onto this. It's like immediately as soon as I started, I'm like, you know what? I would love to do this again. And I'm sure, I believe my mental state will be so much better in the next couple of months. So like once that's there, maybe it's a lot easier for me to also talk about it more, hopefully to also help others. But I really enjoyed my time here, and I felt like it has helped me actually like put together thoughts and understand myself better. So it has helped me a lot. So thank you guys so much for inviting me here.
I am trying not to cry because you said that, and I'm like.
No, like it helped me understand.
What to say is that you just said that you would love to be back on the channel, and we love bringing people back on the channel. And we are just nice people, so maybe check your emails in a few days.
Yes. No, for sure. And that time, I swear, like I will be back. I promise myself I'll be back on my feet, especially as a content creator, because I would like to talk about this more and bring more armies along as well. So, like, yeah, my thoughts will be, guys. Today, literally, I thought the stream was like gonna be an hour later. Good thing I checked. Like, I've been a mess. And like yesterday, I scheduled a video for a certain time, and I didn't notice that. My mind is just. So that's kind of how
it's literally right snowing so much outside my window. I don't know if you guys can see.
It's spring day. I mean,
I'm gonna cry after this live stream, but
I know, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Razan, for being here. Thank you, Tiff, for handling my crazy ass.
It's what I do. It's what I do.
And that's what you're here for.
Yes. And just everybody, no matter what, we hope you have a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Please know that, again, Army Help Center is here for you. So no matter what you're going through, because I know this is also the time where some people have some really dysfunctional families and some shit be going down, and y'all just kind of need a space away. We are here for that.
And some of you might be away from your families. So please know that a family or a home is people. You might find people who are not blood related to you, but you might find a home somewhere new.
Yep.
Yes.
We want to be that for you. So you guys have again, enjoy it. This will probably be our last. I don't know. I might pop up for a quick minute on my birthday.
I think I want to pop up as well. I want to be in Miami and just come here and be like, I'm sad, guys. And I'm sad and I'm going to get a tattoo because I'm sad.
Yeah, like we may pop up. We may, we're known. If y'all have been on here, y'all know we do some shenanigans. We have honest conversations. This is what Army Help Center is, because in all honesty, this is what we're like behind the scenes at Army Help Center. We not only help y'all, but we help each other. When we're going through our moments, when we're stressed, when we're feeling like that, we go to each other as well. So we don't just talk the talk and not walk it amongst ourselves. We try to talk to each other as well and be there for each other. So we may pop up out of nowhere, quick little what up, y'all, Merry Christmas, blah blah blah. So I'll try to do it when I'm sober, before all my other shenanigans start in Vegas. So I'll do that, because I don't know who's watching. Not that I would care, but I'm just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, and I'll just be jealous more now that these two have already met BTS in real life, and now they're gonna meet each other. It's like life is not fair with me. There is like something wrong.
Like 2025.
Some stars not aligning, the moon and sun not in the right place, something or the else. But let's try to figure that out in the next year, and I hope you all have fun.
Yep.
For sure.
Bye,
Bye guys. Thank